What's going on, everybody? And I hope you're enjoying your Hump Day Wednesday so far. This is NYG Jeffy T85 here, and got some breaking news surrounding the New York Mets, as they have just signed left-handed starting pitcher, formerly of the Pittsburgh Pirates, St. Louis Cardinals, Chicago Cubs, Chicago White Sox, left-handed pitcher Jose Quintana. The Colombian-born pitcher Jose Quintana has been signed by the New York Mets for 2 years and $26 million, and he looks like he's going to be a guy that's brought in to specifically replace Taijuan Walker in the starting rotation. It gives the Mets a left-handed starting pitching option in the middle of that rotation to go with Carlos Carrasco, Justin Verlander, and as well as Max Scherzer. So the New York Mets have signed the left-handed pitcher who last pitched with the St. Louis Cardinals, where in 2022 he had a 6-7 record overall, where he pitched about 12 games on the season, and he had a 2.93 ERA with 32 games started, and he had about 165 innings pitched with 165.2 innings pitched with 137 strikeouts and 1.213 whip overall. And in his career with all those teams, the Cubs, the White Sox, the Pirates, the Cardinals last year, he's pitched to about a 26.2 WAR overall. He has an 89 and 87 record on this career with a 3.75 ERA. He's pitched in 315 games overall through that span. He has 289 games started in 315 games pitched. He has pitched in 1,723.2 innings overall with a 1.278 whip overall and 1,532 strikeouts overall in his career since it started in 2012 when he was with the Chicago White Sox. Quintana, he's a good left-handed pitcher. I'm not going to complain at all. Jose Quintana is only 33 years old, so he's not too old by, standards. He's 6'1", 220 pounds overall. He obviously gives the Mets a left-handed pitching option now in that rotation, where they were mainly a right-handed heavy starting rotation last year. So now you add Quintana to the middle of that rotation. I'm assuming he's going to be slotted in around the 3 or 4 spot in that rotation if you want to divide up the lefties and the righties. Obviously, you're going to have Justin Verlander and Max Scherzer as your top 2 guys. And then you could obviously have either Carlos Carrasco or Jose Quintana as your 3 and your 4. And we'll have to see what's going to happen in terms of the whole Kodai Senga with the New York Mets, if they're looking to maybe sign him, if they're looking to maybe bring back Chris Bassett in the middle of that rotation. But either way, the New York Mets are really hedging their bets on a bunch of veteran players in this starting rotation, because you look now, Carlos Carrasco is about 35 years old. Quintana is 33. Verlander's going to be 40 next year. Scherzer's going to be 39. The New York Mets are really hedging their bets that these veteran pitchers that they've been signing so far or keeping around this team in the offseason are going to stay healthy, give them about 25 to 30, maybe 32 games pitched in this season, go out there and continue to pitch effectively. It's very risky overall. I like Quintana. He's been to an All-Star game before with the White Sox. He's a solid pitcher overall. Like I said, left-handed pitcher now you bring in there, mixed in with your righties that are there. You also still have David Peterson from the left-handed side. So you have a couple of lefties now in this rotation. So I don't mind this at all. And a rotation of Justin Verlander, Carlos Carrasco, Max Scherzer, and Jose Quintana is not so bad for the New York Mets, replacing Taijuan Walker and Jacob deGrom. And then you still have the potential of bringing in a Kodai Senga, or, you could still go after Carlos Rondon if you want. Or you could just bring back Chris Bassett if you feel like, if the money is there, and just, roll with the rotation of Verlander, Scherzer, Quintana, Carlos Carrasco, and Bassett. But we'll have to wait and see what the New York Mets are going to do for the rest of this offseason. But either way, 2 years for $26 million for Jose Quintana is not that bad. Especially with the fact he's a solid pitcher. The win-loss record for him is not great, but he did pitch in 32 games last year for the Cardinals. He had a 2.93 ERA, which is not that bad. So he had an ERA under 3. So we will take that, anything we can get. Left-handed pitcher, gives a little bit more diversity in terms of that overall starting rotation for the New York Mets. So let's see what the New York Mets are going to do after this move. But either way, the Mets are supplementing the losses of the pitchers that they have lost in free agency. You lose Jacob deGrom, you lose Taijuan Walker, you supplement them with 2 very good veteran pitchers in Justin Verlander and now Jose Quintana. So we'll have to wait and see what the New York Mets are going to do next. But either way, Jose Quintana is now in the fold, 2 years for $26 million, part of that New York Mets starting rotation going forward. So I'm very happy about that. But that's your breaking news surrounding the New York Mets. They have signed Jose Quintana now as part of the starting rotation. So if you guys like this video, hit the like button below. Sub up if you haven't already to NYGJeffyT85 for more breaking news, updates, and chatter and free agent news surrounding the New York Mets. Turn on the bell for notifications on the next video or short that's going to be dropping on the channel surrounding the New York Mets. And let me know in the comments section what you think about the New York Mets signing starting pitcher Jose Quintana to a 2-year, $26 million deal. If you like it, if you don't like it, just give a reaction on how you feel about this deal for the New York Mets, adding the left-handed pitcher out of Colombia, last pitching with the St. Louis Cardinals last year, to their starting rotation. So I thank you very much, everybody. Have a great rest of your Hump Day Wednesday. Take it easy, and let's go, New York Mets. All you got to do is you have to believe in those boys from Queens.